Yalla, say hello to ICU.
Hello and
Oh, you have a big mouth.
hello and
You can do it.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome everyone to ICU podcast.
Let me tell them something. If you want your podcast to be shot by us at your own place or in our studio, just contact us.
Or maybe if you want to us have an interview with you, you want to have to be our guest, or you want to have an interviewer but you don't have, contact us
With the wink.
with the wing.
Alina's wink.
Yeah. Today we decided to speak about very interesting topic. I think it's like a decade fight about two generations, which is millennials and Gen Z.
This conversation can never get old.
This conversation can never get
Never.
old. I do agree, especially when you're, in this kind of middle, which you are by Google in the rank of you're a Gen Z because you were born in this year, but you don't feel yourself as a Gen Z, but you don't feel yourself like as a completely millennial. And you're like, going from one side to another side, and you're like kind of confused, but you still don't feel like a Gen Z.
Like
which
you're
is
in a dilemma.
me.
What am I exactly?
Exactly. It's like, when you're, for example, you have a passport of one country, your parents are like different nationality.
Hello?
Hello.
Am I German or Lebanese?
When you cannot put yourself under the rank, it doesn't mean that you need to do that, but in general, So let's just talk about what is in our vision, let's say.
Look, the thing is, there's something in Lebanon I want to mention. Okay. So my class, when we graduated from school, we were like, all the guys in my class were huge men. They were tall and, very bulky. And now as years were passing, I swear to God, grade 12 students now look so young. I mean, between me and my brother, I think it's just a 5-year difference, okay? Omar is 19 and I'm turning 24. He's such a baby. He's such a baby. He is an amazing man. He can hold responsibility, but he's just different than I am. I mean, we had an intern. He is the most adorable person on earth. He's 17. We're from the same range.
Rank.
We're both the Gen Z.
Yeah.
But he has his own dictionary
Look, I don't think...
of words.
okay.
I mean, if I want to describe you, Alina is suspicious. Now, to them, this is a very long sentence that they would never use. No, Alina is sus.
Look, I don't think it's... Let's talk. I think everyone is talking about like the slang and like Gen Z dictionary and stuff like that. But let's just step out from the words itself and the way they're talking to the way of the thinking and see this world, let's say, whatsoever. This is kind of different because like me and my brother have a decade gap, like 10 years, which is like quite a long time, right?
And you are considered from the same rank, right?
And we are still under like the same Gen Z
Gen Z.
category, which is when I stand next to him, I'm like, okay, we're so freaking different. Not only in the way of like talking, but in the way of thinking and seeing the future and like wanting something from the life. You remember when we were talking with Amir about this, like we were talking about kids. For example, like having a family, having kids and whatever. Now what I see them thinking about having a family, having kids, they don't think blindly as like
They don't see
the
it.
stare. It's not even about they see that, they don't think blindly. We still have the stairs of, let's say, birth, kindergarten, school, university, marriage, kids, like work, obviously, in all between, and then pension, and then, enjoy life, death. This is what, like, let's say, our grandparents put on our parents still did put on us. And people from now on, they don't have this vision. They just like crack the code, for example, right? Let's say that way. They see it, for example, I was so shocked when he said, I don't want I don't want to have kids because of the political and economic situation in the world. I'm like,
There's war.
this is what you're thinking right
There's
now.
war in a lot of places in the world right now, a lot of countries, and I want a baby right now.
Same. Look, what I think, like, we still think about those. For us, this is
Important.
For us, this is how, like, let's say the life works. And there is a lot of different ways and thoughts about the life and about a lot of things, which
Let's
we
do
have.
something. Let's make this episode a little bit different. Let's swap. Let's get a millennial with me and then a millennial with you. And let's see the difference in thinking.
Who wants
See
to
if-
be my guest?
Sad's her guest. Yeah.
Okay, now as you can see, I'm sitting here with a considered millennial person, which is by Google age. He is considered as millennial again. And for you to understand, we have legit 1 year difference between us. But يعني
2 years.
2 years?
Who's older than you one day is wiser than you 1 year.
No, what is your age? 96?
28.
No, you're 96.
96.
96?
You're
Oh, okay,
98.
2 years.
You are same my sister age.
Yeah, okay. I will tell you something. 2 years, shoot, 2 years, nothing.
Look, there is a difference between being young
And being wise, which
and
you
being
have nothing.
different generation. So
True.
you cannot compare yourself between when you were 17
True.
and now.
Yeah.
So you cannot compare yourself with the intern guy. He is 17. Now you are 26. So
During guy.
she mentioned them as
Yeah,
intern
I
guy.
know, I know.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I do agree. But okay, let's come to the point that
Can we swear on this podcast or no?
yani wallah or swear
No,
curse.
swear or curse. Yeah.
Curse? Yeah, you can.
Okay. Who's made this Gen Z, Gen Aluminium like this?
And Gen Alpha.
I don't get it. Yeah,
Yeah, me neither. Exactly, here comes the thing. It's just appeared out of the bloom, right? Everyone started talking about Gen Z.
What's the point of it?
There is no point.
For example, you feel offended if someone call you are Gen Z.
No, I don't give two shits.
But if someone who is young, like 20s, 20,
You know what?
21,
I will tell you something. I was not offended, but I was thinking that I'm feeling offended. Okay, I was thinking being
my books
offended
doesn't show.
when someone is gonna tell this stuff to me, because I don't know why. Before that, I was thinking that people who are like, let's say, Gen Z people, they are not mature enough. They're like young and non-mature. But the thing is, then I was like sitting and thinking, I was like, Alina, okay, you legit have people who are, and I used to have a lot of people when I was like 18 living in China. I had people who were 25, which is like still 7-8 years different, right? And for me, they were adults. So for me, they supposed to be mature adults. And they were like legit less mature than I was in my 18. So this is when I realized like I cannot be offended by being in Gen Z because not all of the Gen Z people are not mature. Because now what I believe, those people legit have bigger picture on their whole life than like most of the people.
Look, I don't know who made this Gen Z a big shit, but Gen Z is like here in my mouse. Okay, Gen Z now is like emo guys, like hip hop guys, like the
I
guys
used to
who
be a
go
hip-hop
to
girl.
skateboard. So they are a group. So you can know a Gen Z from the way they dress, the way they
Yeah,
sing,
true.
the way they work, the way. So if someone call me Gen Z, she will watch the episode, my Gen Z friend, and yeah, for me it's an insult if you call me Gen Z.
Really?
Please, yani, respect this beard. Please respect this beard, respect my age, respect this white hair here.
Okay, but do you really think, like, for example, you have a hobby, you just said like about the skateboard, so I'm gonna just, take it from the sentence.
Okay.
Do you think like if you're gonna have a hobby of us doing like us skateboarding?
There is aluminium guys who are skateboard.
Exactly. So you see,
What
for
is
example,
it? Wait,
those
what is it?
millennials.
Millennials?
Aluminium.
Millennials?
Millennials. Millennials.
خلاص, not Gen Z.
Before Gen Z. No, look, for example, you just started to talk about also the same like hip hop people and stuff. But let's
2 minutes.
let's be honest, let's be real. We do have the hip hop culture, for example, right? Which were, 80s, 70s, right?
There's people still until now.
But don't you
GTA.
think that this is kind of a thing of fashion is coming back? And I'm not talking about only the way of dressing, fashion of talking, acting, spending time and whatsoever, just coming back. Because this is how people used to like live before. Remember 80s? People were dressing weird, doing weird things. I don't know, being hippies by the end of the day.
They brought it back and they called it Gen Z. It's
Exactly.
more than just a generation
And
difference.
they just made their own like language, but that's not the main point here.
Sus, FYI, like this. They don't have time to talk. Yeah, I don't understand.
It's like, what is my okay, for example, my phone, if I don't have I don't know how to write the full world, I'm not the native, okay? My phone will do that for me. So I'll just, press. But that's not a thing.
I prefer to bring someone who is older.
More
even
older?
And he is best aluminium than me.
Okay.
Mr. Aluminium.
Say this.
Okay, let's see now our Mr. Millennial guy who is like the older than me and sat here and see what he's gonna speak about this.
Thank you for.
I'm
giving me
sorry.
this,
Thank you, Sad, so much for joining me on this couch,
You're welcome.
being with our girls, which are actually techno girls,
Both of
but
us
whatever.
love this, but this,
That's a
who's
culture.
coming,
That's the culture. That's the feeling. That's the love.
Yalla. Mr. Aluminium.
Now I'm back. But now the age difference is
What? Am I a dinosaur?
kind of. I mean, I'm 24 and you're 34.
5.
Oh, God. You turned 35.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I mean, I am a good friend, but I just don't want to believe the fact that you're 11 years older than me. And if I want to get more accurate, I turn 24 next month. So, like, right now, you're 12 years. Right? Yeah, you're 12 years older.
Okay, so our conversation is about generations. You're the first Gen Z best friend. And dealing
that
with
make me
you is
special?
not hard.
It is, trust me.
Because you might look like Gen Z, but you aren't a Gen Z. So let's talk something different about this. What is the way of communication and how it's different between Gen Z and millennials
That's the
regarding
thing, I
social
don't-
media, regarding technology, regarding work, regarding emails?
Look, I have a lot of friends that are my age, maybe a little bit younger. Some people I used to know from school and all of that. Their social media is, hi guys, I'm at the beach. Hi guys, I'm shopping here. Hi guys, I'm doing this. Look at my new outfit. Look at this, look at that. For me, I would never do that. I would never expose my private life on social media. I would never do that because it's private. Some people in my category, which is Gen Z, think this has to be done. This is how I become famous and popular.
Maybe
this is why I
because-
don't consider myself one of them.
Yeah, because before it was only Facebook. And Facebook, you need to post something.
Uh-huh.
Then again, you got Instagram, you got Snapchat, you have the stories for 24
yeah, but I
hours.
mean, now they're exposing their entire private life on social media. And God, one, it's not safe. Two, why would you want every single person? And
because
trust
you
me,
gain money.
And
if
trust
you're
me,
famous
that's the
and
thing.
popular there, you gain
they're
money.
buying people. Some people are being bought by money. That's the thing. One, it's not safe. It's not safe. I have a number of followers. I know 20 of them.
Definitely,
Why should
we all do
all
this.
of these followers know where I am, what I'm eating, who my boyfriend is, where I go out? And fun fact is, Firas doesn't like that. And I used to fight with him. Why don't you like your picture?
And he's a millennial.
Exactly. Yeah, he's your age approximately. I mean, now I understand what he means. Why am I supposed to expose him and his private life to all people who really don't care?
Okay, another question. Switching between generations somehow is not understandable. For example, if someone from Gen Z wanna be or act like someone from millennials, that will be normal. But if a millennial is trying
If
to
it's
act
vice
like a Gen
versa,
Z,
yeah.
it doesn't work. Why? If I'm saying slay, sass, or these words, I'm gonna look stupid.
See, you're even saying them wrong because it doesn't fit us.
Yeah,
It's
but
not- it's
why
sus, not
why you're from
sass.
Gen Z and why you're acting like a millennial and you're
I was
fine with
raised
it?
like that. I was raised to hold responsibility. I was raised to be independent. I was raised to have a private life. Somehow, like to some extent, you know, not as much as you, not as much as whoever. But I was raised like that. I was raised that if you're a girl, you're as the same thing as a man. You need to work, get your money, get your life together. I mean, younger people than I am, people who are younger than me, they don't have this, you know, this solid, rigid mindset. They just want to live. They want to be on TikTok. Have you seen TikTokers that are like 12 years old?
Yeah.
Hi, get ready with me. I'm going to school. You're going to school.
But what's wrong with that? Now you're being kind of judgy.
Why am I being judgy? Because at my age, school was to be educated. Why am I supposed to go have makeup on? Because we, Gen Z and Millennials, are portraying a very wrong image to these youngsters. To these youngsters, for them to, you know, like, I need to be like her. Every generation has its own perks and cons.
Final question before I disappear. If social media is not here, what this will affect Gen Z? Like for me, it will not affect me because I was there without social media. I was there when I want to text you,
Can I
missed
know
call you
something?
twice.
Can I tell you something? Believe it or not, nothing will affect me personally.
Okay, what
I
will
was on
affect Gen Z?
Messenger. I was on Messenger. I was on, you know, messages.
Gen
So-
Z. Like
Haram.
literally Gen Z. These 12,
Haram,
15,
haram.
17. They'll be lost.
They will be lost because they are getting educated. Like the education they are actually grasping.
But they are well educated.
Social media isn't that bad, but we are exposing these children to the wrong side of social media, not the right side.
We were in the Middle East or in general.
La, everywhere.
Come on,
Everywhere.
we have some
Everywhere.
We have some red flags
Everywhere.
in Middle East
Can
that
I
we
tell
should
you
not
the names of red
cross.
flags?
Yeah.
Can I tell you names of
Yeah.
red flags? In the US, Kylie Jenner is a red flag because she's not the perfect girl and everyone wants to be like her. In US, Kendall Jenner also. You know what I mean? In our Arab world, it's Haifa Wahbi,
No.
Maya Diab, Nashwa Karam.
Najwa is not. Najwa is still Gen Z, by the way.
They have standards. This is not the standards. Why don't these kids have standards of, you know, scientists? I want to be like this,
Honey,
you know, educated
they
person.
exist, but not on social media.
I really do want to interfere in
Calm
this
down,
one.
calm down.
I really do want to interfere in this one.
Interfere.
because-
So, Amjad, why are 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds having their standard, you know, those models, you know, the perfect looking girl?
Here I absolutely do agree about like look, this is the another side of social media when if you are the, let's say, the influential person, like, you know, a huge one, the same one you told right now.
Okay, but according to what are you an
Esma,
influencer?
don't I do agree that this is wrong. I do agree that there are the role models, let's say, okay, in the social media, which people who are following them, they're getting influenced not in a good way by those people.
Exactly.
But this is where you need to understand the fact, you people, this is where you need to understand the fact that social media is never what you really, like, the real life is not what you see on the social media.
It's fake.
Because those people also do struggle with normal human being problems.
But they don't show it. Why? Because they are the
But-
perfect
Okay,
image of
I
a
want to say
human.
something also. This also exists in millennials, but before we didn't have social media.
Yeah, there
We'd
was
have magazines, ads.
Yeah, of
so we weren't
course, of
expressing
course.
that.
But can I tell you one other thing?
Yeah.
Influencers these days, they take you inside their bedroom.
Because anyone can be an influencer
Exactly.
now. Anyone
So
with
that's the
5K
question.
followers on Instagram
Can
is a
I-
blogger.
This is the question for you. Who the hell made you an influencer?
No.
Who the
Us,
hell?
the followers.
Followers,
Exactly.
us people are doing another people, the
Exactly.
influencers. But look, we just need to understand the one fact that the word influencer now is taken very wrong. Influencer is a person who's influencing people to do something with their life, whatever
elevate
it is.
their life.
Exactly.
Something better.
I don't know. Live the best life they can. For example, because look, when if for example I'm gonna be a travel blogger, right? Whatever. I'm gonna travel to countries. I'm gonna show people the countries, the possibilities, the culture, whatsoever. So I'm gonna influence people
This is
to
exactly what happened to you and I.
go
We
out of
watched
the
the
comfort
series.
zone.
We watched this episode of this girl in Armenia.
Yeah.
We booked our ticket. We had the best time of our lives.
Exactly. This is the thing. This is the influencer. Right now, anyone who are creating content and have followers do call themselves as the influencer. But here it comes to the point that you need to know. But you know what I really do like? Can I just sit? Because, very hard.
Yeah, but
Okay, wait.
say this. I have another question.
Yes. Let me-
Are we in the frame?
Yes, you are in the frame.
Let me just tell something. When you said like social media is something like wrong for, let's say, Gen Z or whatsoever, here, I do not agree with this fact. Why? It's not wrong. Look, from which perspective? Here you also, it's like not just, the sentence. Right now, teenagers can make money in social media. Now, the possibility of earning money and be more independent from their parents, from anyone in the world, being individuals by themselves is easier because they have social media. I'm not talking about OnlyFans, okay, right now. Like
Live TikToks.
Fia, can I just interrupt?
No.
Two very small ideas. I would never want my child to make money out of social media. When I was in this age, I used to write essays and paragraphs.
Look,
and earn
I used to work in the water park, okay? Because even though I did have the abilities and possibilities to have like a social media whatsoever, I was just not that much interested in that. But it doesn't make me like a better person, that, okay, I would just go there and work for like small money instead of creating content, let's say, on social media by showing my outfits,
But you
doing
know
my
what you
makeup,
will be doing
whatsoever.
to the child after that?
You see,
When the child grows up, he will not understand the fact that I am first an intern, then an employee, then whatever.
You are
then a
talking right
CEO.
now about here it comes to the fact that you do not accept the evaluation of the world, okay? If before that, for example, your parents were our parents, okay? They were who? Accountant, doctors, teachers. Let's say there's more, obviously, but just to make it short, for them, that was the job, which is, the job which will always bring you money. You'll be
Like,
always
I
needed.
agree
Right
with
now,
you.
where you work?
I
You
agree
work
with you.
where?
I'm an
You work
employee
where?
now.
All of us? Look, we cannot
listen,
say...
I have another thing to say about this conversation. My grandfather will never agree on anything I'm doing. So you will never agree on anything Gen Z you're doing as if you're not a Gen Z people. That's why we millennials will see that everything Gen Z are doing is wrong. This is not the way they're doing, but it is not wrong from their perspective.
Because this is not wrong in general, The generations itself. Look, the thing is, let's do not put people into the specific category of the people, like we call Gen Z, millennials, like
it is
alpha,
like this.
whatsoever right now they have. We're just putting people into the world is evaluating to the point where the job is changing. Now, before, did they have a thing to work remotely from any place in the world?
Of course not.
They
and
never
before
had that.
if
If they will be sent to somewhere, they will say like, I'm traveling, I'm working. But that was not a thing.
Yeah. And also, she was saying when you were 12,
Not
you were
12.
writing essays.
Not when I was 12. When I was 15, 16, and
Great.
17. So I was in grade 10,
Was
11,
there live
12.
TikTok? You can get money from that? No. But if it was, you would do it.
No,
Listen,
not
but
would.
that's the thing.
But
You're
maybe.
not getting my point. Okay, I'm 17. I'm live on TikTok. I'm getting a lot of money. So there's behind this a lot of other traumatizing things that are getting stuck in my head.
Of course, bad comments,
words, hate comments. Why would I put my child
I
into
just
all
have
of
a
that?
question. Okay? Like legit. Have you ever been bullied at school?
Of course.
Big time.
Exactly.
That's
Same
different.
here. No, there is nothing different. It doesn't matter where exactly it's life. You've been either been bullied in the school, university, whatsoever in life, on the playground, in the kindergarten. Okay, I'm not talking again about all of them. Okay, but those people are legit choosing their path in their life through the things that they like and enjoy, and this is the real freedom.
So Gen Z has, they have what do they have? Let's say they have the courage to say no, I don't want this. This is the difference between Gen Z and us.
Look,
So you define as Gen Z, you definitely not. You define as Gen Z.
No, but of course there are some things that I might do that, people would relate, she's a Gen Z. You never know. But for me personally, I feel like right now I want kids. Can Amir have kids right now? You know the different? It's amazing. It's amazing. But what I want, my passion is to be a mom.
I have the same thing.
But this is not the priority in Gen Z because they have a brighter future than us.
What's the generation
Beautiful.
after
I
Gen
love
Z?
it. Gen Alpha, I googled that.
Let's talk
So
about
they have
Alpha.
a brighter future. They have a brighter vision of their future.
Because you know what? Can I just say something? Okay, I do believe in those Gen Z things. Okay, there will be less chance of divorces. There will be less chances
Because they think-
of abandoned children. There will be less chances
صح.
of people who are
100%.
broke
How
or whatsoever.
How can you know
How
that?
can-
These
yes.
kids are not as they're not irrational like us. And okay, I love you. Let's get married. Let's get children. This is what I want to
Exactly.
be in my life. Howdike, they want to be very, very, very stable financially,
Exactly.
educationally. They want to become CEOs. They want to have, the children of these people. They will be
Okay.
amazing.
Finally, before we wrap this beautiful conversation, the trio of us, let's say that we are Gen Z, all of us, and Gen Alpha. What will they do when they became older? What do you think?
Look,
if Gen Z are doing that much,
90% of job positions will be CEOs.
Yeah,
No,
this-
ما في
Agreed.
just regular employees
do you agree
anymore.
with me that Gen Alpha will be typically as millennials or before that?
Yeah.
Because it will be,
It's like a cycle of life, to be
cycle.
honest.
Then
Like,
خلاص.
fashion is coming back.
Whoever is born
90s.
now,
Fashion is gonna go back.
in everything.
whoever is going to be born now, like 5 years ago,
Gen Alpha, let's
okay, they are born to be CEOs.
So thank you, Steve, for popping up and never leaving.
You popped up.
Because I popped up because it was my time to talk. But thank you so
Thanks.
much. I'm gonna take the mic, and I like that everyone do have their opinion, because I think that person without his own opinion is useless person. Sorry, okay, it was mean, harsh. I don't care. But what I'm saying that when people do have their opinion on their life, it's beautiful, and whatever it is opinion it is, you cannot just judge it. Okay, everyone is choosing how to live, everyone is choosing what to do in their life, and how to deal with like this life. So there is difference, there is no difference. It just doesn't matter unless we're living in peace and everyone is happy. Will never happen, but the world is huge. There is 7 billion people. How everyone can live in peace, unfortunately.
I will end this episode in my way, and you know what to do,
Yeah.
okay? You and me belong together like cold iced tea and warm the weather.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this huge conversation. Whoever stayed till the end, you're heroes.
You're heroes.